So I always tell my friends that you're going to pay less and you're going to get more and vibes are groovy. We want you to go to Shop City and we want you to buy. Well, kids, it's Rockaday Johnny on 1970's last day of April. We go to Chugo tonight. This time it's Creedence.
Good evening, my fellow Americans. Let us go to the map again. It is difficult to communicate across the gulf of 5 years of war. But the time has come to end this war.
Does anybody really know what time it is?
These are the times that try men's souls. The summer soldier
There is one area,
and the sunshine patriot
immediately
will,
above
in this crisis,
Speech,
shrink from the surface of his country.
That a
But he that stands it
American and
now
South Vietnamese
deserves the love
operation
and
is
thanks
necessary.
of man and woman.
Tonight,
Tyranny,
American and South
like
Vietnamese
hell,
units
is not
will
easily
attack the
conquered.
headquarters.
Tonight, American and South Vietnamese units will attack the headquarters for the...
Who's the one who has pledged an honorable end to the war in Vietnam?
That you'll never guess who.
Nixon's the one.
Good evening, my fellow Americans. Let us go to the map again, halfway around the world.
Let's play school.
Here is South Vietnam.
Let's play school.
Here is North Vietnam.
Everybody gather round and let's play school.
Let us go to the map again, for the lives of American men are involved. Here is the world's most powerful nation, the United States of America. Here is
Cambodia. Could this be the domino theory?
the sanctuaries are in red, as close to Saigon as Baltimore is to Washington.
Sounds like the domino theory.
Let us go to the map again. Here is
Cambodia.
This is the decision I have made. After full consultation with the National Security Council, Ambassador Bunker, General Abrams, and my other advisors, I have concluded.
Stand beside her. And
This is not an invasion of Cambodia. While we deeply sympathize with the plight of 7 million Cambodians whose country has been invaded,
Watch it.
whose country has been invaded,
We, the people of the United States,
we take this action not for the purpose of expanding the war into Cambodia, but for the purpose of ending the war, for the purpose of expanding the war, for the purpose of ending the war, expanding the war, ending the war, expanding the war, the war, the war, the war.
Children, what's that sound? Everybody look what's going down.
These bums, you know,
A new nation.
these bums, you know,
The Woodstock.
these bums, you know, great universities, these bums, you know, bums, you know, find themselves under attack from the world's most powerful nation, the United States of America. Let us go to the map again. Here is South Vietnam. Here is great universities, occupied territories. These sanctuaries which serve as bases for attacks on both Cambodia and American and South Vietnamese forces in South Vietnam.
American history and practical man. You study him hard and hoping to pass.
Let us go to the map again.
It is the domino theory.
Here is South Vietnam. Here is Kent State. This is not an invasion of Kent. You know, you see these bums, you know. Here is Kent State.
There was a rally scheduled for noon today. So around noon, there's this large commons area. It's kind of a big field with slopes on 3 sides where the rally was supposed to be. Now that commons is right adjacent to the ROTC building that burned down, the Army ROTC, and there's an Air Force ROTC right next to it that still stands. So there are a lot of troops, obviously, surrounding that area. The police started issuing orders for people to disperse, and people did disperse and stood there and started yelling on strike and things like that. And then finally they opened up with tear gas, and the people moved from the commons up the hills on all sides.
Hello, this is Peggy Lee. When you
see today's National Guardsmen on the street, in church, at a PTA meeting, anywhere, you see a neighbor or a friend or an employee. But look again, and you see a man who has voluntarily taken on a tough, demanding assignment, the assignment of protecting the peace. Get behind the guard in your community.
Getting in front of them could be fatal.
Oh, bury me now.
About 20 minutes of give and take where people would throw back the tear gas, and a few rocks were thrown, not very many. And the guard would shoot some more tear gas to retreat. And then finally the guard moved up again and started chasing people up the hill, around in front of two buildings. And this one regiment of the guard, I think they had run out of tear gas. I've heard that from a couple people, and I noticed that when I was there, they seemed not to be shooting any more tear gas. About 20 of them, the whole regiment kind of lowered their guns and opened fire.
This is not an invasion of... You see these bums, you know.
It sounded like a machine gun going on. Three people were dead on arrival at the hospital, and one more died later. They were all, most of them were just plain gunned down in cold blood in the back.
Allison Krauss, Sandy Lee Shure, William Schroeder, Jeffrey Miller.
I want to know what the facts are. I've asked for the facts, and when I get them, I'll have something to say about it. But I do know that when you do have a situation of a crowd throwing rocks, and the National Guard is called in.
Watch it.
And the National Guard is called in.
Make no mistake, the deaths of Allison, Sandra, Jeffrey, and Bill were murders, and that's just the way it is.
You know, you see these bums, you know, expanding the war. These bums, you know, bums.
Stop. She resented being called a bum because she disagreed with someone else's opinion. She felt that war in Cambodia was wrong. Is this dissent a crime? Is this a reason for killing her? Have we come to such a state in this country that a young girl has to be shot because she disagrees deeply with the actions of her government? Can Congress find out why our children can't express themselves?
My fellow Americans, let us go to the map again. Here is the United States of America.
When in the course of human events, it becomes necessary.
The Kent State College massacre, I'm sure that will someday go down in history. You know that was one less than the Boston massacre that began the American Revolution.
We, the people of the United States, in order to form a more...
We'll have better than 500 names from the San Francisco Bay Area of elected trade union leaders. Elect workers and students together with the working people in this country who had to pay for the war, and the parents of the young men slaughtered in Vietnam and Cambodia. Those kids, middle-class America.
A peace community downtown, college and university council, American Federation of Teachers. It's high school students out in the street.
Junior high school students. Kids, 10, 11, 12, 13 years old.
All over 32.
From the Student Mobilization Committee.
There's a lot of adults out there, a Secretary of Interior. Even the chairman of the board of Bank of America has come out.
Black Panther Party and the black student unions are black people. And a professor of physiology, strangely enough.
This crime moratorium.
A lot of average Americans who are horrified.
From the Peace Brigade in Berkeley.
Dear Senator Fulbright, we're bringing people in from the hills, the cities and the towns.
Throughout the east and the west and the north and the south.
Young people and black people and red people and yellow people and brown people and all kinds of people who fight for peace. Finally, take this word